Hello YouTube, it's me. I'm in the kitchen, not the garden, in the kitchen. Right, welcome. We're doing a new cooking video. I'll run you through a few things before we get too far into the video. Apparently you're supposed to like and subscribe or something. Do it if you want, don't bother if you don't, really, if you can't be bothered. Anyway, it'd be appreciated if you do, because Mrs is losing her job soon and she's turned the heating off. That's why I've got a coat on. Yeah, she pays for the heating, so I just have to wear an extra jacket. Anyway, it's better for the environment if we don't turn the heating on for the next few months. Right, so anyway, to the cooking ingredients. Actually, no, the camera's pointing at the equipment. Right, Kelly, can you point it at stuff, please? Right, here we are. Right, tools. So, for this particular recipe, this is a man's cheesecake. Right, we're going to need something to melt the butter, so we've got a little heat torch. Apparently, though, this is too dirty and she won't eat it if I use it, so for Kelly's sake, this isn't actually going to be used. But for the proper recipe, if you have got a heat torch, use that instead. But what we're going to do, we're going to be very traditional and we're going to stick the butter on the hob. So anyway, so this is now out of the question. I could have used it if I cleaned it, but I couldn't be bothered and I haven't got a lot of time. Anyway, next thing, obviously for breaking biscuits, we've got a breaker. It's a Kango breaker. Have a look, right, so you're looking at something like this, right? So this is for the biscuits, right? And as featured in the previous video, I can't remember what the video was, I think it was another cooking one, hopefully. Otherwise I've been using the whisk attachment in the garden, which I don't think I've been using. So anyway, oh, that hasn't gone well. Right, don't worry, I'll get there in a second. And we stick this in here. As previously stated, you can buy these things from Amazon. You just stick it on the end and you've got your whisk ready. Right, so next thing, if the camera woman, i.e. Kelly, can quickly move over to the selection of food for preparing it. Right, so we're in a different area of the kitchen now. Right, we've got some biscuits. These are Aldi biscuits. These are shortbread finger biscuits. And these are going to be the base. We've got 3 packs of these. You're going to need some butter, again from Aldi. And we've got 2 lots of double cream from Aldi, because we shop at Aldi sometimes. And some mascarpone, again from Aldi. Fun fact, mascarpone is actually derives from an Italian word, and it is actually an Italian word that means to mascarpone. Because what people used to do, the people that made mascarpone, they used to creep in to the place where they used to milk the cows, and they had a guard pony on the front of the building that used to make a lot of noise. So what they used to do is creep up behind it and put a blindfold on it at night, so when they crept up and past it, they could steal all the milk. So fun fact, mascarpone, it does derive from the term to mascarpone, because they always had guard ponies out the front. Alright, so anyway, so next ingredient, it's actually going to be a lemon cheesecake, because it was going to be lime if there wasn't any lemons, but because there is lemons, it's now a lemon cheesecake. Right, and last ingredient, no, that's all the ingredients. Right, so what we'd do, probably start breaking the biscuits in the garden. So yeah, if you're ready for that bit, and we'll stop this bit and then we'll move on. Right, we're back again. Right, now basically this tool has a lot of numbers on it, and letters should I say. So the idea is, on the letters, because we're making a cheesecake, we want to turn it to C for cheesecake, because that's the right setting. If I hold it up to the camera, you probably can't see, not 100% sure, but there's little letters on this bit, which I don't think you can see. But anyway, so we're set it on this number, right? Or letter, should I say, right? We've got the biscuits in position, right? Obviously, safety first, I want to put the helmet on, because I might get crumbs in my eye, right? I need to turn the power on. Back in action, right? Helmet on, protect against the biscuit crumbs. seems to have gone wrong. Now what I'm thinking is that maybe when I put it on C, I should have put it on B for biscuit. Or I've used the wrong end. Or, very, very unlikely, but I might be using the wrong machine. But anyway, this, I'm just going to try and smash it to pieces with my hands instead. Alright, so we'll move on from this one. I would say that maybe I should have read the instructions, but I'm a man, so that's impossible. Alright, anyway, join me again in a second. I'll be back in the kitchen. Right, hello, welcome back. Right, I'm in the kitchen. Right, I've introduced this packet of biscuits to this rolling pin, tapped it about a bit, right, and I'm going to empty the bowl. It's more or less done now, but to be honest, I had to stop hitting them because the packets started splitting. Now, it might be that they're Aldi packets, and Aldi packets aren't as good as maybe Waitrose or Marks and Spencer's, or maybe biscuit packets aren't designed to be hit by a rolling pin. Anyway, leave a comment below if you've got any idea about that, or any opinions, suggestions, that sort of thing. Unless it's just to stop making videos, because the world would be a far duller place without my amazing cooking videos. As previously mentioned, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Oh shit, I'm getting all over the place. Right, quick look. It's more or less done. There's a few little lumpy bits in there. So, right, we're just finished off with the end of the rolling pin. Doesn't have to be too spectacular. As you can see, it's pretty exciting stuff. It's a good little thing to do if you're wound up at the time. Think about maybe battering someone with a rolling pin instead of a biscuit. Obviously, don't actually go out and batter someone with a rolling pin, not a good idea. We do not support battering people with rolling pins, just like to say, but we do support battering biscuits with rolling pins. So, yeah, but only biscuits. Alright, so this is more or less, I don't know what you call crushed biscuit. Crushed biscuit, I guess. It's quite crumbs. There's a few lumpy bits in there. Don't worry too much if there is a little bit of a lumpy bit left at the end. You can sort of squeeze it in, it'll be alright at the base. Alright, so I'll hurry this up a little bit because obviously you don't want to spend an hour watching me hitting biscuit with a rolling pin. Alright, because our videos are pretty exciting, pretty fast moving, so we'll keep it the same as usual. Right. That is excellent, or what I call it, I've had enough and that would do. Right, there you go. So this is our biscuit. Right, exciting time. We're going to start preparing it. What we've got some butter we've melted. Now what you need to do is about 50% butter to 50% biscuit. Now we've got about 600 grams of biscuit here, and we've got about 500 grams of butter, sorry. We've got about 450 grams of biscuit here, and we've got about 500 grams of butter. So it's going to be about a 50-50 mix. Because not all the butter is fully melted, so I'm just trying not to tip the stuck bit in there. We might have to use the rolling pin to stop that little tiny bit getting out. Okay, right, so that's about right for our butter to biscuit ratio. So next thing you'll need is a spoon. I don't know if you've ever seen a spoon before, but I'll quickly introduce you this. This is what I like to call a spoon. This is what you call, I don't know, like a pudding spoon, I guess. Not a dessert spoon or a teaspoon. So as you can see, it's mixing in. Okay. So get it nice and mixed in. It looks a bit wet at the moment, but don't panic. Alright, it will soak in fairly well. Carry on mixing it in. There seems to might be quite a hard biscuit base by the looks of it, because it's got more butter in than I initially thought, but this is good. Right, hello. Right, here you go. We've got a little cake tin. Obviously you want one with a removable bottom because you can't get the cheesecake out. So this most important part of the video, make sure that you've got one with a removable bottom that you can take in and out. Welcome back. This is the second time that we filmed this because Kelly's telling me I've got the lid the wrong way round when I haven't. Right, this is the circle bit. Right, this is the bottom bit, right? You need to make sure that these two come apart, because if they don't come apart, you ain't going to be able to get your cheesecake out very easily, alright? So you need this and a little removable bottom, alright? So I'm going to plonk this back in, alright? And what we do, it's got to be a bit hard with the camera angle, so we're going to plonk some in here and then spread it out. So this is sort of what it looks like when you first start off. It's a bit hilly, so you just plonk it in there and then you fiddle back the spoon. Right, and now it's not quite so hilly. It's not absolutely perfect. It doesn't look like you bought it from a shop. It looks proper homemade. Alright, so that's plenty of base. We got some leftover biscuit and some ready for another base. So what we're going to do, I'll probably do a little one, but I'll do that afterwards so we can quickly get on with the rest of the video and I can show you the next pieces to do. Okay? Right, next bit is washing the lemons. Right, okay? I like a nice flavourful cheesecake, so I want to stick a couple of lemons in there. Right, now what we do, firstly, you need something for a little bit of zest in. It's nice to put the zest in. Right, now this is a particularly good one because it's nice and long, so you can get plenty of zest off in each stroke. Oh, it smells absolutely lovely. Might have to wash that lemon again. We'll move on to the next lemon. So, right. Anyway, so we're zesting away. Before we get too far into it, not sure if I'm in focus, basically the idea is to get the yellow bit off the lemon, but you don't want all the white stuff in it. You just want the very top surface of lemon. This is actually useful information, which is very rare in my videos. Basically, the white bit is quite piffy and it doesn't taste very nice. Whereas you get all the flavour from the yellow. So basically, a nice bright yellow lemon, get the bright yellow bit off and then stop. So you won't get a lot per lemon. Alright, so I'm going to go back to this and grate some more in. And I might even get the other lemon off the floor in a minute and wash it. But we have got backup lemons, so maybe I'll leave that lemon on the floor. Maybe for a bit of entertainment later on, see if I don't fall over it. Wait a second, alright, I'm being past the lemon. For fuck's sake. Anyway, so we're washing up a lemon. Now, one of the difficulties with the lemons is that they're actually quite dull and rubbish looking lemon. Normally when you look for a lemon, they should be really rich, bright yellow is a good lemon. This is not a good lemon. However, the person who shall remain nameless that bought the lemons obviously doesn't know how to spot a decent lemon. So these are inferior lemons, but you won't have to eat the cake, so it's not really going to affect you. But if you're buying lemons, buy a really nice, bright looking lemon. Alright, dull, greyish, beigey looking lemons is not the way to go. Alright, if you're lucky enough to live in southern Italy, where they've got, in my humble opinion, the greatest lemons in the world, use those. Don't use anything that looks like this. Right, you don't get a lot of zest with the lemons. You're looking at about this. I'm not sure how good it is in the see-through bowl, but this is basically what you're looking at. Right, next part you want to do, you want to get a sharp knife and you want to cut lemon. Make sure you don't cut your finger at this point. And squeeze. Obviously if you've got a juicer or something for doing it properly, do it that way, but I haven't, so I'm just squeezing it and keep my fingers crossed. Obviously if you're not a fan of lemons and you want to try a different fruit, or no fruit at all, or chuck some chocolate in, or some peanut butter, then do whatever you want. You can obviously adapt the recipe. There are other people on the internet that do cheesecake recipes, but I would just suggest watching our one because it's bound to be better than everyone else's. We're in business now, right? Just quick to sort of show you, I got quite a lot of pips in the bottom of it, but basically there's the two lemon zest thingies, up a bit, down a bit, side a bit, front a bit. Right, it was in focus at some point anyway. So basically there's some lemon in it, smells like lemons, it's got lemons in it, right? Pretty much that's it, right? So we're going to plunk that down for now. Right, next thing, double cream. Okay. Right, and we want a mascarpone. That can go in there. I'm hoping it falls out. I might need a spoon, but I haven't got a spoon. And my assistant behind the camera isn't anywhere near the spoon, so I might have to walk off and get a spoon. I'm getting a spoon. I've got a teaspoon this time. Right, ready? Normally it comes out in one great big lump, but today it's not having it, so it's not in one lump. Right, okay, so that's that in there, right? And we're going to put a bit more cream in, probably about half of this, and we're going to put half the mascarpone in again. And I forgot earlier on, there is an ingredient I forgot to mention. We need to put some icing sugar in it. Now, because I'm sort of winging it, that hasn't worked. Right, try and stab this. Right, this isn't going well, which should be the name of my cooking bit. My cooking segment, maybe we will rename to This Isn't Going Well. Right, so next lot of mascarpone. It is quite high in fat, so obviously if you're planning on counting calories, just put this down as a lot. So at this stage, it should look a bit like this. You've got some lumpy mascarpone, you've got some cream, and you've got some lemon stuff still in there. Alright, it smells really nice. It smells better than it looks at the moment. Right, now firstly with the drill, you want to start off nice and slow, otherwise you end up covered in this stuff. And obviously before you start with the drill, just check that you've got no rubber or anything still stuck in there. It's going to fall off into your cheesecake, because it won't be very nice if it is. Right, so we start off nice and slow. We start off even slower, that's quite fast. Right, still a bit fast, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it... Now, as you may have noticed, some of the cream is going everywhere. But never mind, don't panic at this stage. Never ever worth panicking, it doesn't get anyone anywhere. Just carry on regardless. Right, I'm going to add a bit more cream to the bowl and the worktop and probably the floor. Right. Right, and that is done. Now this is the beauty of using a hand drill. It's pretty quick. Oh no, it isn't done. I've just realised a little bit of incompetence here. I haven't put any sugar in it. I don't mind it bitter, but Kelly's looking at me as if maybe I should add some sugar. Now there's a couple of things we've added in the sugar. One, measure it out a bit. Basically this recipe contains 4 shakes of sugar. Alright, it may or may not be enough. I might stick in 5. She's looking as if maybe that's not enough. Right, so this is 5 shakes of sugar. So basically what we've done, to go through the ingredients again, 2 whole lemons zested and squeezed in. Obviously the pip's thrown away and the shell thrown away. 2 lots of double cream, 2 lots of mascarpone, 2 lots of biscuits, almost 1 lot of butter, and 5 shakes of icing sugar. Alright. Right, brilliant. Right, so this is all done now. Right, what we're going to need now is a spoon again, maybe a different spoon. Maybe we use a little teaspoon to clean this out. Very important when cleaning this out, don't leave it in the drill in case you hit the on button, because you could end up injuring yourself. Alright. It's always worth thinking about your health and safety when operating power tools, obviously. Alright, so let's stick this in here. So now I do the plonk approach. Now it's not necessarily the most stylish approach. It doesn't make it look that brilliant. As you can see, it's in there, it's like sort of just plonked, alright? So don't get too excited about making everything look fantastic or using amazing phrases. It's just a cheesecake. If you want to see someone with a load of useless phrases and words that just don't seem appropriate for cheesecakes, Nigella Lawson, I'm sure she's got a cheesecake recipe, and I'm assuming it sounds absolutely filthy. Right, it's coming along. Okay, and then this is what you call the squidging stage. Before I forget, I've made a little mini cheesecake, which Kelly's just pointed out, and I haven't saved anything for it. So we're going to stick a little bit in the mini bit. This isn't working. Oh, it has worked, right. So we're going to put a little bit in there as well. Alright, so obviously if you've got a friend, or if you're really bad at cooking, maybe an enemy, maybe you could make them a little one at the same time and send it round to them, just to say you love them or you dislike them, depending on the state you're cooking. Anyway, this one's from my mum. I don't know what she's done wrong to deserve it, but she's getting it anyway. Right, basically I'm just going to squidge this down a bit more, and then it's ready to go in the fridge. And you want to put it in the fridge for a certain amount of time till it's sort of cooled down and a bit more solid. This one in particular, because it's big, it would take longer than the little one. So telling you a time is, one reason I'm not telling you time is I haven't got a clue how long it's supposed to be, and two, it's going to be variable on how big your cheesecake is. Alright, so you can see it's more or less in the thing. I might have an angle that you can see it at, hopefully. So it doesn't need to be perfect, it's homemade. It will taste good, even though yeah, it doesn't look that great at the moment, right? So onward and upward, we do the second one, neaten it up a little bit. I'll actually scrape some more off the spoon as well. Always worth using as much as you can. Obviously don't pick the stuff off the floor or the worktop and stick it back in, that's not very hygienic. Yeah, obviously it's alright at the bowl. So, and again, the little one, all done. Right, and for the pièce de la résistance, as they say, just to really impress everyone with your cookery skills, I'll just move the drill out of the way. So, and so you can find a little bit more of the yellowy stuff on the lemon. That's what it's officially called to me. A little bit more yellowy stuff on top. Got a little bit of yellow, and it's all looking good. Right, and now what I'm going to do is stick it in the fridge, and I'll get it out a few hours later, and you can look at the final result. Ta-da! It's not coming out. Still not coming out. It's stuck. That's alright, it's going. Badly. We'll speed this bit up. Here it comes, here it comes. Get excited, get excited. Uh oh, this isn't looking good. Ta-da! Quick, get it from a good angle. Not that bit that fell off. Don't see this, I'm Jamie Oliver.